Tesla shares up just about 9% with 10 minutes to go in today's action. It's a leader today after beating on earnings, achieving record production rates in the second quarter and increasing its market share as a result. Yahoo Finance senior autos reporter Pras Subramanian is here. And Pras, overall, they still have a pretty small sliver of all the automakers on a global basis, but they're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, you know, hitting 3% in the U.S., I think it's pretty good. They actually were the leading luxury automaker in the U.S., believe it or not, selling more than BMW and other brands like that. Places like Europe, they're a little bit less than 3%, but that's because there's more competition there. Volkswagen, Mercedes, other nameplates, there are other brands out there having EVs that challenging Tesla in that market. But, you know, yesterday's earnings, what really stood out to me was, you know, we talked about that delivery forecast being reiterated, about 1.5 million vehicles in 2022. Also, they put a chart where they showed their install capacity went from around 1 million vehicles to close to 2 million vehicles. Huge ramp up in Shanghai. They see Berlin and Giga Austin making 250,000 vehicles a year probably by the end of next year. But that capacity is there. So they have a lot of kind of leeway or kind of like runway to go in terms of how much they can put out there in the market.
And Pras, just switching gears now, Chinese tech company Baidu announcing today that it expects to unveil a driverless vehicle with a detachable steering wheel by the end of the year. Now, that's a pretty aggressive timeline, right?
Yeah, you know, we're talking about Tesla. This car is stealing some thunder from Elon Musk because he had promised a robotaxi in 2024. He talked about it last quarter. He didn't bring it up yesterday and during the call. So Baidu's car here, this is their second car actually for this Chinese tech company. It's going to cost $37,000, pretty good starting price there, and have level 4 autonomy. And like you said, that removable steering wheel, pretty interesting stuff. Probably not going to come to the States, but still nonetheless, interesting move by Baidu.
All right, Pras, I want you to stick right here because with Tesla in the news so much today, shares up just about 9%. Dave, we're going to kick it over to him because he's going to, I guess, explain to us Tesla and dogs?
Tesla and dogs. I'm going to circle back to Tesla in just a minute.
Okay.
Stay put.
Okay.
But first, I am going to talk about dogs. They are, after all, America's favorite pet. More than 48 million American households have a dog. Don't tell me cats. No one really likes cats as much as dogs. And as this map shows, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What do you notice about this map? Well, the diversity. We are a diverse country. We're a country about individuality. Some of you love bulldogs. Me? I worship a Cavapoo. There's a different dog for everyone. That is clear. American Kennel Club lists 190 different breeds. But Tesla, they see this country as really only needing 2 breeds. Or in their case, 2 models, the Model 3 and the Model Y. Sure, the Cybertruck is coming someday, but Joe Sixpack is never driving that thing. It is hideous. Analyst Colin Langan made a similar point on Yahoo Finance this morning. Take a listen.
I think the F-150 is more of a work truck, whereas I think a lot of the Cybertruck buyers, my guess, are going to be more, using it for recreational type purposes. So it'll be more of a niche market, at least initially, and we'll see where capabilities on the truck go from here.
A niche market is best. Joe Sixpack, or his wife Jane for that matter, they want a golden retriever. They want the Ford F-150. And the Lightning, by the way, the EV was the best-selling all-electric pickup in the month of June. It is rolling. Chevy will soon roll out the electric Blazer and later the Silverado pickup. Both Ford and GM have a wide range of EVs that will soon flood the market once the legacy guys shift their full attention to this space, which we are seeing just about every day. Both, in addition to VW and Hyundai, understand that America doesn't want the same car nor the same dog as your neighbor. So while Tesla dominates market share today at roughly 70%, their lack of variety, individuality, and very few products in the pipeline, I think presents a ceiling in the very near future. Am I wrong, Pras?
Well, I think you're right about the fact that people want variety, and they also want the stuff now, right? The Cybertruck is not here yet. All they offer really is the Model 3, the Model Y, and the X and S, which are very expensive. So I see your point. We want our golden retrievers, we want our Cavapoos, we want all that stuff here. I just want to raise one point about the Cybertruck. I think that it's going to be in a very tough market with that F-150 and the Rivian and the Silverado out there. But Tesla fans are a whole different breed, if you will, and they will buy this Cybertruck, I think, at least in the near term.
Right, but I also think the question, though, for Tesla going forward in order to expand its market share is, does it need to offer more vehicles at a variety of price points, right? When we take a look, and I'm agreeing with you today.
Get the dog
It doesn't
reference.
always happen. I get the dog reference now. But it brings up, Dave does bring up a good point, because if you want to be the next GM, and be even better than them, you need, I think, vehicles that more and more people would be willing or want to buy.
Or afford, right? Where's the Chevy Bolt competitor? That's like $27,000. Why can't Elon Musk make that yet? I think it's a big question that analysts are asking. And we had a guy on from Cowen today, and he said, I question this 2 million production run rate because he doesn't think the demand is there for the cars they have in the portfolio right now. He called that a stale portfolio.
Yeah. And they had this massive first mover advantage. Why didn't they diversify the product line? Because Elon Musk doesn't have a dog? I mean, look, I just doesn't understand how diverse and individual our country is.
I think, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think his plan is you go high first, so you get that high margin cars and use it to fund the cheaper cars. And he hasn't been able to fund the cheaper cars just quite yet.
Yeah, and the production problems that have plagued the company since the start. So we'll see. At least for today, though, the street's pretty happy with what they're getting from Tesla.
No question about that.
Just about a 9%.